The Constitution of the United States of America, Amendments 11 to 27. Amendment number 11, passed by Congress March 4th, 1794, ratified February 7th, 1795. Note: Article 3, Section 2 of the Constitution was modified by Amendment 11. The judicial power of the United States shall not be construed to extend to any suit in law or equity commenced or prosecuted against one of the United States by citizens of another state, or by citizens or subjects of any foreign state. Amendment 12, passed by Congress December 9th, 1803, ratified June 15th, 1804. Note: a portion of Article 2, Section 1 of the Constitution was superseded by the 12th Amendment. The electors shall meet in their respective states and vote by ballot for the President and Vice President, one of whom at least shall not be an inhabitant of the same state with themselves. They shall name in their ballots the person voted as President, and in distinct ballots the person voted for as Vice President, and they shall make distinct lists of all persons voted for as President, and all persons voted for as Vice President, and of the number of votes for each, which lists they shall sign and certify, and transmit sealed to the seat of the government of the United States, directed to the President of the Senate. The President of the Senate shall, in the presence of the Senate and the House of Representatives, open all the certificates, and the votes shall then be counted. The persons having the greatest number of votes for President shall be the President. In such number be a majority of the whole number of electors appointed. And if no person have such majority, then from the persons having the highest number, not exceeding 3, on the list of those voted for as President, the House of Representatives shall choose immediately by ballot the President. But in choosing the President, the votes shall be taken by state, the representation for each state having one vote. A quorum for this purpose shall consist of members of 2/3 of the states, and a majority of all states shall be necessary to a choice. And if the House of Representatives shall not choose a President, whatever the right of choice shall devolve upon them before the 4th day of March next following, then the President shall the Vice President shall act as President in case of the death or other constitutional disability of the President. Footnote: the person having the greatest number of votes as Vice President shall be the Vice President, if such number be a majority of the whole number of electors appointed, and if no person have a majority, then from the 2 highest numbers on the list the Senate shall choose the Vice President. A quorum for the purpose shall consist of 2/3 of the whole number of senators, and a majority of the whole number shall be necessary to choose, but no person constitutionally ineligible to the office of President shall be eligible to that of Vice President of the United States. And the footnote says it's superseded by the Section 3 of the 20th Amendment. Amendment 13, passed by Congress on January 31st, 1865, ratified in December 6th, 1865. Note: a portion of Article 4, Section 2 of the Constitution was superseded by the 13th Amendment, and this is a highly controversial amendment. Neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, except as a punishment for crime whereof the party shall have been duly convicted, shall exist within the United States or any place subject to their jurisdiction. Congress shall have power to enforce this article by appropriate legislation. Or maybe it's not controversial. I don't know. Anyway. Amendment number 14, passed by Congress on June 13th, 1866, ratified on July 9th, 1868. Note, Article 1, Section 2 of the Constitution was modified by Section 2 of the 14th Amendment. Section 1. All persons, this is the one. All persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States, capital U, capital S, and of the state wherein they reside. No state shall make or enforce any law which shall abridge the privileges or immunities of citizens of the United States, capital U, capital S, nor shall any state deprive a person of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor deny any person within its jurisdiction the equal protection of the laws. Section 2. Representatives shall be apportioned among the several states according to their respective numbers, counting the whole number of persons in each state, excluding Indians not taxed. But when the right to vote at any election for the choice of electors for President and Vice President of the United States, representatives in Congress, the executive and judicial officers of a state, or members of the legislature thereof, is denied to any of the male inhabitants of such state being 21 years of age. And there's a footnote. And citizens of the United States, or in any way abridged, except for participation in rebellion or other crime. The basis of the representation therein shall be reduced in the proportion which the number of such male citizens shall bear the whole number of male citizens 21 years of age in such state. Section 3. No person shall be a senator or representative in Congress or elector of president or vice president or hold any office, civil or military, under the United States or under any state who having previously taken an oath as a member of Congress or as an officer of the United States or as a member of any legislature or as an executive or judicial officer of any state to support the Constitution of the United States shall have engaged in insurrection or rebellion against the same, or given aid or comfort to enemies thereof. But Congress may, by vote of 2/3 of each house, remove such disability. The validity, Section 4, the validity of public debt of the United States authorized by law, including debts incurred for payments of pensions and bounties for services in suppressing insurrection or rebellion, shall not be questioned. But neither the United States nor any state shall assume or pay any debt or obligation incurred in aid of insurrection or rebellion against the United States, or any claim for the loss or emancipation of any slave, but all such debt, obligations, and claims shall be held illegal and void. Section 5. The Congress shall have the power to enforce by appropriate legislation the provisions of this article. The footnote says, changed by Section 1 of the 26th Amendment.